Sit, Coco, sit. Good dog. Hello everyone, and welcome to Retail Archaeology. In this episode, we'll be taking an updated look at Family Dollar. I did a video covering the history of Family Dollar and how they were doing at the time about 6 years ago, but some important things have changed for Family Dollar and I felt like it was worth doing an update video. When I did that video over 6 years ago, at the time Family Dollar was owned by Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had purchased Family Dollar back in 2015 for $8.5 billion, plus they assumed about $1 billion in debt. And pretty much ever since that transaction, Dollar Tree has regretted it because Family Dollar has not performed well for them. Things got bad enough that in March 2024, Dollar Tree announced that they would be closing 600 Family Dollar stores by July 2024, and then another 370 stores over the next few years after that, which leaves Family Dollar right now with about 7,469 stores. One of the issues from the get-go is that although Family Dollar and Dollar Tree stores are similar, they're also very different. Family Dollar does focus more on carrying a little bit of everything, including grocery items, whereas Dollar Tree stores are more of a place people go for cheap party supplies and decorations, and oh yeah, they carry some food as well. In June of 2024, Dollar Tree started looking at ways to exit the Family Dollar business, and in March of 2025, they announced that they would be selling Family Dollar to Brigade Capital Management and McCellum Capital Management LLC for $1 billion. That is a substantially smaller number than what Dollar Tree paid to purchase Family Dollar around 10 years ago. Family Dollar is now going to operate as a private company and they'll have a new leadership structure, which means not only did Dollar Tree take a huge loss on this deal, but they've also kind of created a quasi-new competitor. In my personal experience, Family Dollar stores seem to be the least busy of the discount stores that I have covered. They're always quiet and seem kind of lifeless and then just crammed full of stuff. I cut the music out here so you can kind of hear how quiet and eerie these stores feel, which gets even more eerie when you realize how kind of claustrophobic everything feels because the store is just packed full of stuff. This location even has a bonus long creepy hallway. I'm guessing the new owners will probably do another round of store closures. Where I live, there's a lot of suburban sprawl, which means there's already too many Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General stores. And I think in a lot of areas that are like mine, that means a lot of them are empty like this one. But I do know there has to be busier Family Dollar locations because I know that Family Dollar in some areas serves as the grocery store for the area because they're kind of a food desert and there really aren't any other grocery stores around. And Family Dollar does sell things like ground beef. They also have like instant microwave stuff like these burgers, which are I think just very similar to gas station burgers, but they also do have like milk and eggs and other grocery items that you don't even really find at Dollar Tree. That's why I mentioned earlier their stores are kind of different. The only grocery category that Family Dollars really seem to be missing is fresh produce. All of the vegetables and fruits available here are either canned or frozen. Canned and frozen is better than nothing though, which is, like I said, in some areas all there really is. There is no fresh produce because there's no grocery stores. So hopefully the Family Dollar stores that serve those kind of areas aren't the ones on the closing list. Have you ever noticed that pretty much all of the discount stores will carry things you never see in the regular grocery store, like this Captain Crunch Orange Cream Pop Crunch cereal? I was tempted to buy that. The thing that I find kind of neat and interesting about Family Dollar stores in particular is that they are, I think, the closest thing to a general store that's still left in the United States. They really do carry a little bit of everything, from groceries to electronics to home decor. It's also interesting that they've pretty much just been on a steady 10-year decline. Let's go ahead and head out of this location and we'll go check out our next Family Dollar location. This second location highlights an issue that Family Dollar seems to be experiencing in a lot of their stores. Do you see that box fan there? That's there, and there are fans all over the store because the air conditioning was out, and this was in the middle of August, I believe, so it was very hot outside. It was over 110 degrees. Family Dollar really seems to have a problem with keeping up on store and building maintenance. I'm not sure if Family Dollar owns this building or if they're leasing it, but if they own it, they need to fix the HVAC, and if they're leasing it, they need to get on their landlord about fixing it. This location, like many discount stores, suffers from the issue of having stuff piled up around the emergency exit, although that's not the worst I've seen. After walking around just a few minutes in this location, it was pretty clear that the temperatures in here were completely unacceptable. And not just for shoppers, but for the employees that were forced to work in this store. There has to be some sort of health and safety issue when the temperatures are that high outside and pretty close to it inside the store. This location also had a pretty messy clearance section, and I noticed these DVDs down here that were marked $3 and then they were marked down to $1 because they were in a clearance bin. I decided to grab this Superman DVD here, and when I brought it up to check out, it actually rang up for 25 cents, so that's worth it just to watch it once and then donate it to like Goodwill or something. There's some more of the fans that they have throughout the store trying to circulate the air, but these weren't really doing anything to help. You'd have to get pretty sweaty before those fans started to help. While the air conditioning being out in the middle of the summer in a store in the Phoenix area is a pretty bad maintenance issue, there was a worse issue this summer. On July 27, 2025, at a Family Dollar store in Kansas City, Missouri, the roof collapsed and it killed a 68-year-old man. It put a 50-year-old woman in the hospital in critical condition and injured 2 others. Residents had been reporting that the building was slowly tilting, and it turns out the reason for that was because back in 2016 the building was hit by a car which knocked out a support pillar, and that was never fixed or replaced. Now in this case, Family Dollar did not own the store, they were leasing the property, and it's pretty awful that the landlord never got things fixed, but Family Dollar definitely knew there was an issue with the building also, and that store should not have been open for business. Something I hope the new owners will do is a deep dive into the condition of all of their stores to try and correct any issues like that before more people get hurt. Although these are private equity firms that purchase Family Dollar, and they don't always have the greatest track record of fixing existing issues. Something I noticed about this location in particular is the grocery section seemed even bigger than they normally are at a Family Dollar store. It really did feel like a miniaturized version of a full grocery store, just missing the fresh produce part that I mentioned earlier. Although this one did have a lot of empty space in the coolers and the freezers. I wonder if that's because they weren't taking any more orders for refrigerated and frozen food until the AC system was fixed. Everything in here was still frozen and still refrigerated, but I could see them pausing the delivery on this type of stuff until the air conditioning is repaired. Seeing the stuff they had here though, things like frozen fish and frozen shrimp, and the fact that a lot of people do have to use these as their grocery store, got me thinking about trying to make a meal just from stuff purchased at Family Dollar. And I know that it's totally possible, but I wanted to make something that doesn't seem like your stereotypical meal with food purchased from a discount store. I think people just think they have a lot of snacks and candy and frozen instant food, but I wanted to buy groceries at Family Dollar to see what kind of meal I could make for the least amount of money possible. Videos that involve cooking don't do very well on this channel though, so the actual cooking part of this episode will be in a video on my second channel, the RA2 channel, and I'll have a link pop up on the screen here to that. I enlisted the help of my friend Mark, who's a chef, to help me come up with an idea for a really good meal that could be made just from ingredients purchased at a discount store like Family Dollar. So in this footage you're seeing us grab the stuff that we're going to use to make the meal, like that 2.5 pound bag of chicken for $4.75. We also grabbed some of these frozen stir-fry peppers. And we grabbed some rice as well. It was only $1.80 for this bag of rice. I was trying to keep the meal at a cost of $10 to feed 4 people because the Family Dollar logo does have kind of a family of 4 in it. But we did end up going a little bit over $10, but not much, and it still felt like a pretty good deal to make something that was actually a good meal for 4 people. So if you're interested in checking out the cooking portion of all of this, go check out the video on my second channel, the RA2 channel. I also did grab a cap gun on the way out because I'm a big child. But that's where we're going to wrap up this updated look at Family Dollar. As always, everyone, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this updated look at Family Dollar. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also if you're interested in checking out the cooking segment for this, I'll have a card there for the video that's on my second channel, the RA2 channel.